Well, a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome through to the stream. I'm DJ Sean. I hope you're having a really good weekend. If you haven't seen me before, hi, I'm DJ Sean. I'm that charity streamer that raises money and awareness for charities throughout the months or the year. This month, I've been having completed a fantastic round-the-world flight for World Flight and raising over $550 for Defence Care Australia. You won't be seeing me doing any of that for the remainder of November. I think we've done a fantastic job there at raising some serious money for charity, which is absolutely fantastic. But we are back here in something a little bit different. So we've got a couple of changes to today's stream. One of which you'll probably notice right away, and that's the fact that we are in the TBM 900, the Hotstart TBM 900. It is a fantastic little aeroplane. We were one of the first Twitch channels to stream this upon its release. Actually, I think I was the first, without blowing too much smoke up my own bum here. But it was great there to have the developers who were making it in the stream talking about it, walking me through how to use it. And I can say and put my hand on my heart that I've only actually ever blown up one engine to date. So in my virtual cash, I've spent over $330,000 on some turbine blades, which unfortunately didn't go too well when I blew apart the engine doing a hot start. But it's okay. It's all part of the fun, right? It's why we do it. Let me just go ahead and bring the route up now. So we are going to fly. We are here on the Gold Coast, actually. Nice. We're park where I do in real life. Hey, Unity. Yeah, it's a nice spot just here. If we come back out over the Gold Coast here, it is a bit cloudy here in southeast Queensland at the moment. Oh, we've got a Jetstar A320 taxiing for runway 14 there, and we are just down. Where crap? I came out and didn't know where I was. We're just here. That's right. We're just here. So if we come back out a bit here. Yeah, we're just here. As you can see here, there is an aircraft that is taxiing for takeoff. That's someone like us who's flying, and looks like it's clear on the approach. So yeah, looking good. All right, well, we'll jump back in the flight deck here. Let's have a little bit of a looky-loo here at the route. So we are flying from the Gold Coast down to Coffs Harbour. So the weather down the eastern seaboard here of Australia is a bit touch and go here at the moment. So I thought I would do a flight down to Coffs, and maybe from there we'll go inland to Tamworth or something. Or might just keep going down the coast and then maybe down into Sydney. Or maybe Williamstown. We'll see how we go. So it is a relatively, what is it? It's only a relatively short flight. It's only about 40 minutes long, I think, this flight. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Is that the one there? Yeah, there we go. So this is, you guys would know my flight plan styles quite well and the layout of them. I need to get used to this not being a 737. So it's 44 minutes, requiring 114 kilos of fuel. God, that sounds so wrong. We've got a contingency there of a few minutes just that the flight plan puts on. And I've got a fixed reserve there of just 69 kilos and a minimum required of 292 kilos of fuel. I got the margin there, and we are carrying so full tank. So that's the rest of it just there. So we are taking off with full tanks here. So as you can see just here, and a little bit for taxi, 10 minutes for taxi there. So we got a zero fuel weight of not even 2.5 tons. This sounds so weird when we talk about like the 7.3 and we're talking like 66.3 tons and 70.1 tons. Yeah, 2,421 kilos. That's rather cute. With our fuel on board, minus a little bit of fuel there for the tax, we've taken off about 3.1 tons. So let's go ahead now, and before we go through, and just have a little bit of a look here at the aircraft itself. So we have got the payload manager just here. We might go ahead now and get rid of some of this stuff here, and make sure we've got all of it off. Get rid of the chocks as well. Those pedo covers are off. Awesome. Okay, so we'll go to the payload first. We had 3 people on board today, so we'll chuck those on there. We'll close that door there. and then go through to the fuel. So 100 US gallons, we got full tanks. And over this side, we want full. That takes us right to the top of the takeoff the weight and balance chart there. So we'll go ahead and close the caps on both of those and just confirm now with all that off. Oops. That yeah, the prop holder there and all that's sort of off. What we'll do is we might go for a little bit of a look around the aircraft here and just confirm that we have got everything off here that we needed to. So the pedo covers are off, the static port covers are off. Down the front here we've got the engine and exhaust covers off, and the prop and the inlet covers off. Go around the side here, looks like we've got the other pedo tube off, and the static vents up the back there, they're off there as well. So that's looking pretty good. We might just drag that guy down there. So all in all, looking pretty good. So you can definitely tell that I'm not the most familiar or competent with this aircraft yet. I think the last time I did fly it was probably the release day. So yeah, there's been a lot of time since it's been out. So we'll see how we go. A bit of liquid courage, which is always handy. One of the things we need to check there. Yeah, we've got working rudder pedals. One of the things we've got on this flight today is the brand new Thrustmaster rudder pedals, which are the Thrustmaster something or others. What are they called? TPRs. Thrustmaster pendular rudder system with the manual to boot there. We've got them all set up. They're configured. They're very, very big, but they look and feel very, very solid. So definitely keen to give those guys a bit of a run. Okay, so what do we want to do? We'll put that bar up there and we'll turn the battery, the source to battery, and we should see this thing come to life. Ever so slowly. There we go. Enter on you. Unity, I do. Well, I've actually got my private and my twin endorsement, retractable undercarriage as well. But I haven't flown for many, many years. I think 5 years now I've been out of the loop. So yeah, a little bit rusty when it comes to the smaller aircraft, unfortunately now, which is a crying shame given the fact that I live in this part of the world, and it is a fantastic place to fly around. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. Okay, so that all looks like that's booted up nicely. Just have a quick check of the battery voltages here, and anything under about 24.5, maybe 24.4. I think we've got to be a little bit worried there. But okay, so let's go ahead now and get this thing configured up for our flight. So, flight plan. This was the original flight plan that I was just fiddling with. Let's not talk about that. Didn't go very well. So what have we got? Delete the flight plan. There we go. Hit enter on you. Boom. There we go. So what do we want? We've got a press int and then the outside one. So we're going from looking at our route here. I might just bring the route back up so you guys can see it. The next page down here, this guy just here at the top there, we've got this guy. So CG Whiskey 192. So if we go ahead and pop in CG, hopefully you guys can see that without too much trouble. CG, and we'll just hit backspace on that one and enter. We want the VOR, which is the next one down, and hit enter on you and enter. And then we want to go menu, load airways, and we want Whiskey 192 to Coughs. Whiskey 192 to Tucky. We got some more that we can choose. No, we have got Tamworth CFS. There we go. Enter and load. There we go. Looking good. So I think we don't need to worry about anything else now. And guys, please, if anyone's got more experience in this aircraft, please tell me. Then that basically, as we get closer, we can put in our arrival into Coffs Harbour, and that should calculate us a top of descent. Should. We'll see. Okay, so that's that. We can get rid of you now. What have we got here? Different. That's the weather radar. That's the terrain. We'll do a test on the TCAS. Can we do a test on any of this?
VAS system test passed.
Okay, I didn't realise that actually. Wow, that's... I didn't know it could do that. That's really freaking cool. Let's get rid of that so you guys can see what I'm doing. But you actually pull the oxygen masks out. That's really cool. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so let's have a little looky here. We might just do a fairly standard departure from this airport. Nothing fancy. So runway 14. The initial heading for runway 14 is 139 degrees. So I'm going to chuck this up here. Oops. Let's go put you on and bring you in. There we go, so you guys can see the chart there. So 149, so we might go set that now. What do we got here? 139, sorry. Boom there. We'll set an initial altitude of 5,000 feet. We could almost pretty much go straight up. What are we cruising at today? 190. Might as well just go ahead and set that now. 190. Oh, that was a little bit far. Okay, 190 set. I think we're pretty much good for the rest of all that. Alright, so back to here. So, navigation map. If we zoom you in, what do we get? Here we go, we get the lovely map there. Declutter it. Declutter 2, there we go. And checklist, what do we got here? So this is the engine start checklist. Override control backwards, throttle is cut off, that's checked. So go ahead and check. Strobes come on. That's these guys here. Aux BP fuel switch to on, that's up here. The aux fuel BP switch is that guy. And we can hear the fuel pump, so we'll go ahead and check you. Propeller area is clear. It sure is. Oh, there's someone with way more money than me down there. Hey, look, is that a TBM? No, that's a Pilatus PC-12 down there, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Let's not get distracted here. Propeller area is clear. Start a switch on and start the timer. So we'll go over here. We're looking for some... so we're looking for, what are we looking for? Within 20 seconds less. So what is it? When NG is 13% and ITT is less than 150 and time 20 seconds. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start the timer. It's running. Go ahead and 1 potato, 2 potato, 3. Alright, that's 13, 14, 1 click. Ooh, gets right up there, the old ITT. What we might do is just make sure we've got the parking brake on. Ooh. One of the things I'm really sure about is those need to be reversed. That's better. So off, on, and release those. There we go. Okay, starter automatically off. Check engine parameters is all looking good. Yes. Oh, the door. We just want to lock that guy there. Okay, so now we go all the way up and across. Just check here that we're not moving. Yeah, we're not moving. Engine's coming up. Prop RPM's coming up. Check you. Engine parameters checked. If GPU, no. Flight idle, engine parameters, the aux BP switch to auto, check. Next one, generator selector to main. Generator selector to standby, and then check. Yes, that's right, standby and check the amps. Yep, and back to main, check the amps. Looking puff. Hey, buddy. I'm looking weak today. How are you, Nut? Check. Generator switch check. AP trims switch is on. That's this guy up here. He goes to on. Thank God for this checklist. Oxygen supply. The oxygen supply, I don't know how to check. I thought it was something up here. Maybe we pull this guy down and it does something. Maybe no. We're flying a TBM 900, buddy. A TBM 900. This guy just here. So something a little bit different for us today. Thought I'd give the TBM a bit of a go. It's such a lovely looking aeroplane, and it's absolutely fantastic in VR apparently. So I'm very keen to get a crack. Display backup button, check, and then return to normal. Display backup button. Oh, that's another one I don't know where it is. Bleeds on AC to auto. We'll turn the fan on a little bit. So that's that one. Press the mode switch to auto. Press mode, yeah, that's next to it, that's auto. Control selector as required. Temp selector adjust. Hot airflow distributor checked. Standby instruments. We have got some standby instruments. We've got that guy just up here, so we want to just double check. What was the QNH here in good old Gold Coast is 1018. So what do we got here? 1018 set, 1018 and 1018. Perfect. We can stop that timer now too. Time and get rid of you. Standby instruments I've checked. Yep. LFE selection done. Some of these things checked. Pitch roll your trims. These guys here. And we do want to adjust that elevator trim. Get that down within that zone there, which we've done. We've got Brisbane traffic, Brisbane town, that one, pitch. So set you, DI system panel, inertial separator. So that one, and that one. Checked. And next, generator less than 200 amps. The generator. Passenger briefing, yes. Parking brake, we can do all those tests when we go. Flight insurance, yes. Before takeoff, Jesus, there's a... let's get familiar with this before we get going. So throttle the flight idle. Inertial separator, yes. Flight controls, strobe switch on, CAS check. Messages off, accept. Inertial separator on if used, and ignition if used, yeah. 50 amperes, which it is. Okay, looks all fairly straightforward. Trim flaps to takeoff, which we've done. Trim set, checked, on, checked. Alright. I think we're pretty much good to go. So auto select we haven't got on. So you're on, everything should be up except you, which it is. Nav lights are on. We'll put the taxi lights on. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So we might go back here to return, and then we're out to do a U-turn, and then we're out for runway 14. Okay, so I think now it's time to switch to VR here. So let's go ahead here and switch the... and you're not working for some reason. I know why you're not working, because you're not set. Sorry guys, one of the things I'm doing is just set up a new streaming solution. So I've got a dedicated streaming PC now, which is really exciting. It's just a little bit temperamental. On there, that one close you off, and now that's better. It should be on my headset now. We can get rid of this mic just here, and we can have a swig of some juice here to make sure that we don't crash. And let's get going. So we close you, we want you there, and you. Alright, let's go ahead now and jump into VR. So the stream's gonna go black. That ain't juice, bro. Can't wait for you to crash. How's it gonna crash? Alright, the stream's gonna go black now? No, it's not. Alright, don't go black then. That's fine. I'll do my own thing. Well, the stream normally is meant to go black now. I don't know why it's not working. Let's go. Now the stream's gonna go black. Hey, there we go. Alright, let's go jump into VR. So I will see you all in just a sec. Alrighty, so TBM time in VR. Wow, we were. Alright, you guys can see that alright. We'll just make sure that we're on the VR profile. Now, we were having some issues with the Oculus that I was playing with before where it wouldn't allow me to bring stuff into VR. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that now. Hey, there we go. So I have no idea where to put you, so we're just going to put you there, and we're just going to put you down here, because I don't know literally where to put you guys in this aircraft. You can go on back to monitor 1, and let's just have a look here. So, where can I put you guys? Is that the CV1? It is burnout, yeah, absolutely. If in doubt, add power. Alright, so we need to chuck you guys. We might chuck you guys just there. There we go. That looks pretty good, yeah, for you guys can see. Yeah, lovely, awesome. Okay, so just do a bit of a reset here. Check that. That looks good. We might go ahead and put the headset on. So we've got, so it's a little bit quieter. So what have we got here? Headset on. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit quieter for you guys. All right. Well, let's. We've got the new rudder pedals here, so let's get rid of the brakes. And we're clear left and clear right. It's going to be a right turn, so brakes are off. Check the brakes. Yeah, the brakes work. Straight away, I already like the new rudder pedals. Okay, so we're going to go down here somewhere. I'm not very familiar with this part. Can we go? Yeah, we're going to go up here and down golf. Alright, up here and down golf. They wider? Burnout? I don't think so. Oh, which one's the rudder pedals you mean? I can grab that in VR. Yeah, cool. It'd be funny. I get to the holding point and then I can't grab the yoke. That'd be funny. Yeah, the rudder pedals are much wider, and they're a little bit light at the moment. Yeah, they're very much wider apart. Hey guys. Right, so this should be golf, which it is. Down here. Hey Dart, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Yeah, the new rudder pedals are fantastic. That little taxiing now, I had the Satec Combat rudder pedals before, and there's a bit of a these things are very, very precise, but in the software you can put some nice dead zones in them and make them a little bit nicer. And the toe brakes, one of my biggest bugbears about rudder pedals is the toe brake, the amount that you can use for the toe brakes, the amount of travel that you have on the toe brakes is tiny. So it's really either just full on or full off, really, on the brakes. And these guys have got a lot more travel in them, even though I'm still overtaxing a little bit. So these, which RP are you using? Sorry, Dart, which RP? Sorry, buddy, I don't know what you mean there by RP. Rudder pedals. So I've got the brand new Thrustmaster rudder pedals, the ones that are the big center stack, and you've got the two rudder pedals on either side, or one rudder pedal either side. Rudder pedals, you clown. Yeah, I got them as an early Christmas present. Let's just leave it at that. Here's my logic here. The fact is, I only use rudder pedals when I fly in X-Plane. I use these guys when I'm flying, and the only controller I have is rudder pedals. So I thought, well, I don't want to use the Satec crappy, dodgy rudder pedals that are like $100. Let's go and invest in some decent rudder pedals, because that's the only thing that I use. So that's my logic, and I'm sticking to it. I think that's pretty good logic, right? That's pretty good logic. We'll go to here. It's a one-off investment rather than a continual payment. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Right, let's do a little bit of braking now. So we're on the brakes now. X-Plane's ground physics aren't the best of times, right? Yeah, they don't know burnout. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we need to. I'm just going to pull up here and put the park brake on because I just need to work out where the transponder is and all that sort of stuff. Geez, the brake pedals. So I'm only using bare feet on these rudder pedals at the moment, and the feel on on your bare feet, because they're kind of like a mesh, it's really actually quite nice on your feet. So what do we got here? We've got transponder. We'll have it as on alt now. What else have we got here? So have a look here. What do we got? No, that's the view that we want. We might zoom the view out a little bit and just. So that's standby, operate. So that's our TCAS there now operating. We've got a weather radar as well. Mode, standby, and start warming that guy up. 3D printer chugging away now with one of those testing prints. Oh, nice, Dad. Yeah, mine's still sitting right beside me here, very much unused and getting dusty. I need to fix that. Okay, so we just quickly go to the checklist here. This aircraft has a very nice inbuilt checklist. So throttle, flaps, de-icing system. We want to turn off the inertial separator. Strobe switches on, CAS display, so that's okay. What do we got here? So check. Yes. Flight instruments checked. Some settings checked. Yeah, about 90 something knots, that and that. Okay, so we're up to the climb now, so we'll get back to you. Oh, no, that's normal, sorry, and return. That's on standby. Alright, let's go back to you and clear on the approach. Looks like we are onto landing. And we're clear left, let's get going. So, off there. Hatches, harnesses, knobs and knockers. Can't remember any of my old checks from when I used to fly. Temp fished, trim, mixtures, pressures, flaps, instruments, suction, I don't know, something. Need a swig of juice before we take off, son. Oh shit, yeah, good point, buddy. Let me line up here and we'll get another little quick bit of liquid courage. So this will be the first flight I'm doing in the TBM, a proper flight in the TBM, and the first, I'm so used to taxiing the 737, and the first flight in VR. So there's a little dinging going on because it's told me I've got the park brake on, nothing to be alarmed about. Fuel caps is unlike the bloke on Facebook. Oh, fuel caps in unlike the guy on Facebook. Yes. Oh, shush, parking brake warning. Yep, I've already done the walk around, which we can actually do in this aircraft. We can actually go to different points and do things with it. Probably shouldn't be up this end of the aircraft. Go over here, check all that sort of stuff. Go over here. Oh yeah, checking. Anyway, I feel like this is the worst spot to do all this. Alright, let's get going. Alrighty, so into the click, brakes. I got you. Oh, that's a little bit much. Coming back. There we go, green across the board. 70, 80, 90. Oh, time to go up. Up we go. Gear up. No burnout, just using my my hands here on the on these guys, so using the controllers. See you later, Gold Coast. We can go flaps up. Your damper on. Hey Daz! Oh, my instructor is here. How are you, Daz? We got some really low quality ortho tiles here until I finish downloading the rest of them and I'll put them in. So let's do a right hand turn now. So Daz, what's our typical climb at? I know max climb's about 124, but what's your standard sort of high speed climb, about 150, 160? Do you have that on for takeoff? I thought you only have it, I took it off just before I lined up. I thought you only had it on for the taxi, so you don't put any junk up in the aircraft. Have I totally cocked that up, have I? I failed already, have I? So we want to flight directors, heading, autopilot, flight level change. Have it on to about 5,000 feet. Ah, there you go. It is only when Daz arrives that DJ learns his death is near. Alrighty, up we go. Alright, so out of the Gold Coast, let's do a direct 2 now, which is not going to be CG. Oh no, we didn't want to do that. No. How do we choose another waypoint here to be the one? You need it on then. Alright, we'll chuck that guy on for you, Daz. There you go. So, I don't want to go direct to the Gold Coast. I want to go flight plan, and I want to go to... go direct to that guy. If I leave that on, if we go direct... Are we there yet? I could be ferrying schoolies from the Gold Coast, that's true. Daz, how do I choose another waypoint here? How do I choose not the Gold Coast to go direct to, but the next one? Oh god, inertial separator on. There we go. We want to apply some more engine power. We're not in visual moisture though, Daz. We're just doing our thing. What have we got here? So, I don't want to go direct to the Gold Coast. So that changes that, that changes that. So, I want to go direct to that guy. So if I go enter on you, no. Menu. Oh, okay, I know what we're going to do. So we've got to go enter on you, menu. Virtual VPilot, welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome. Hello. We're getting there. We're just trying to work out this bad boy. So back to flight plan. So there's CG. We want to go to Tucker. Just push all the buttons. Scroll to the next waypoint, which is, well, it's got CG. We want to go to Tucker Daz. So we'll go to that guy. Activate leg. And if we go now direct to Tucker, enter. There we go. I got it. And nav mode. Tucker. There we go. So guys, I don't know. Wow, look at this beautiful cloud we're about to go through. I don't know if you guys can see the boxes here. That's our virtual path in the sky. And when we get up to I think 19,000 feet for this flight, you'll see us going through the boxes. The box will go straight through the eye of the tiger. So Daz, we're cruising it. We're doing a bit of a cruise climb here. I think the max climb's about 124-ish knots. I think maybe 125. What do you normally climb at? Turn off the separator. Okay, turning off the sep. So pretty. How fast can this baby get up to? You're going to need to practice for Mark II flying the Tonga. Oh, Jim, I should have been in the 737 if that was the case. Let's just say this does Mach 0.4. The 737 does Mach 0.78. So, yeah, watch the torque rise. Up. Coming back. So Daz, am I right in assuming that as we climb up, the torque is going to slowly increase, slowly decrease, and we just need to keep upping it until we get to max NG? Is that about right? Burnout, you're going to see me in the Tomcat. I'm going to be in the front, and Jim's going to be in the back. Is that right, Jim? Take that however you will. Doing the important work, correct. Yeah, maybe burnout, maybe. But once you level off, watch the RAM rise of the torque as well. Yeah, copy. What's, oh no, Dart, how good will that be, being able to twist the actual knob with your fingertips? That'll be pretty cool. My job is done. Ta-da! Daz, wait, before you do go, is it just max power in the cruise? Is that how this thing typically cruises? No? What are we doing? What are we pulling it back to? Depending on altitude. Should we go down the back? Max power, max power. Let's go down the back here and have a little bit of a look. There we go. There we go. Just hanging out. Oh, fuck. My rudder pedals. I just kicked my foot. Ow. Just remember that you can't stretch out just because you think you're in VR and it looks like you can. Shit. Like I just broke my big toe. No. Or rearrange the toenail a little bit. Ow. Cruise tables for the win. Have we got, the question is, if we go to AviTap, am I smart enough to have got the manual in here? So charts, TBM 9, Pilot Information Manual. There we go. Daz, what page is it on? Pilot injured, time to declare an emergency. Brand new rudder pedals and I break my toe. Oh shit. Daz, next question is, before you go, don't continually monitor the engine. Yeah, copy. It's got no FADEC, so you've got to. Yeah, that's one thing I've been sort of dealing with. It's kind of cool. Daz, what the VNav descent? Is it when you put your arrival in or something like that? Will it automatically work out the TOD for you? TPR, or the Thrustmaster rudder pedals, they're about 7 or 8 kilos. So rock, paper, or scissors? Table of contents. What do we got? Performance. Section 5. Oh, there's going to be a lot of this. Section 2. As long as you have a constant constrained altitude. Okay. Oh, there's 1,000 to level. Ah, give me back. No. Give me that. Just googled the pedals. Holy fuck, yeah, they're pretty badass. Okay, copy Daz, understood. Guys, well actually, before you duck out, Daz, can we just put an arrival in just to do a bit of a test? Guys in the stream, can I get a meta for Coffs Harbour? Exclamation mark meta, METAR space, Yankee Charlie Foxtrot Sierra. Let's have a little bit of a look here. Alrighty, so Daz says to watch out as we accelerate. Getting a few bumps here. Yeah, just a couple. Well, they're going to break something if they hit back. Well, let's have a look at the weather radar here. That's one thing I'm keen to look at. Hey, thanks for 10 biddies, buddy. Do a barrel roll. I don't think you can in this aircraft without snapping the wings off here. So mode weather. There we go. So there's going to be nothing out in front of us. We go on the vertical profile here. Well, that's ground. What am I doing? Weather. There we go. And back. If we go vertical here, what do we see? So this is looking at the sideways of the plane here, Daz, isn't it? This is like looking at that window, from that window looking into us there, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
And his name is John C.
One, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the channel, my friend. If you got any questions or comments, please shout out. So estimated en route time is 3 minutes. So shit, we better get some of this going. So we're gonna go back to that guy. Flight plan. No, not direct to. We want to go flight plan and COFs. So is it COFs and then we put the arrival in, or do we put the airport in to there? So if I go menu, activate leg store, load airways, collapse airways. No, we don't want to do any of that. So maybe we need to go YCFS and hit enter into that. Okay, so COFs to COFs, yeah. And if we want to go, only because you're VR playing. Pretty boring otherwise. So now if we go to select approach, select arrival. Bye bye, be safe. See you, buddy. The thing that confuses me about which little knobs it is to move shit around. Not going to be an arrival for this airport, is there? No. So how do we go back? So menu. No. Oh god. This G1000 is built for other people. Select approach. Did we get a meta for Coffs Harbour, guys? Did anyone give me a meta so we know what the weather is down there? Can anyone chuck me one? Please? Oh, how does one meta? So exclamation mark METAR space Y CFS. So Yankee Charlie Foxtrot Sierra. We're getting a bit of nose bobbing here. Thank you, Dart. I really appreciate it. So what do we got here? 150 at 16. I couldn't remember the ID. Sure, Sham. Sure. Yeah, wow, we've got some, the weather, it's 150 at 16, visibility is down at 3,700 metres, showers of rain scattered at 600 feet, scattered at 2,000 feet, broken at 2,800 feet. Oh, and I didn't do the Barrow under standard. Whoops, don't tell anyone. Which button do we push here? S for standard. Oh, there we go, that worked. Okay, so we need to go select approach, select arrival, so 150, what do we got here? So if we go over to you and go back and go to Coffs Harbour, sounds like Melbourne weather, it does, very much so. So this one here, so what do we got, runway 0315 or 21? Runway 21 I reckon, is that going to be about 60 degrees? Runway 21? So what arrivals have we got before I chuck them into the box here? What have we got for the approach here? Runway 21, the RNAV. Ooh, we got a VOR. I'm glad I left Melbourne just before Todd YBCG. Ah, nice. Are you flying online as well? Those pedals look sweet. We might do the VOR, but we'll see if this thing's got RNAVs in it as well. So select approach. Yeah, oh, it does have the RNAV. I don't know how to do the RNAV in this, but we can give it a crack. So if we go to the RNAV chart here, RNAV Zulu, we want to jump in from CFSNA, because we're inland, yeah. CFSNA, if we go here and enter CFSNA, which is that top one, enter minimums. We got minimums of 500, forecast terminal actual 580, so we got 580. Hey, Leading Edge Simulations, how are you, buddy? How's it handling it in VR? Really, really nicely. Yeah, really, really nicely. I actually might do a little bit of a save here, actually. Save just while we resume our flight here. So 580. Really, really well. So the only thing that's going to let this one down is the operator. That's 580, isn't it? Yeah, 580. Hey DJ, it does nav quite nice. Hey Leroy, how you doing, buddy? You can use the autopilot approach mode. Okay, sweet. Worth a kidney, totally worth a kidney. Okay, load or activate. So we want to load, I guess. So go to load and had a tile crash. I don't know if you guys can see this. If I go get rid of you. Error could not locate image file for terrain. Ortho 31 plus 1, negative 31 plus 152. So what happens if we go understood? It closes explain. Lucky I did save it, absolutely. Holy shit. Okay, so what we need to do now is, the question is, the sim crashed because of a faulty, faulty ortho. So the question is now, it should remember the TBM panel state and location. So do I load that file, or do I just load it into the TBM? That's the question. Select a new aircraft, as in a new TBM, and start it with the engines running, or like the Cessna with the engines running. It's really weird. I need to get rid of some of that scenery then. 31, a new TBM with the engines running. Okay, cool. All right, let me do that. Let me just check here real quick. I just want to get the error message from that file, or from those files that we're missing. There we go. So negative 31 152, negative 31 152. So custom scenery, negative 31 152. Negative 31 152. So we're going to get rid of that. Negative 31 152. There we go. Get rid of that dodgy pack. So I've got a dodgy something or other around there. Okay, so let's start X-Plane again. God, I can't believe I saved it and like a minute later it crashed. Holy shit. I just need to get the weather. Yes, I know it's not running. Okay, so starting X-Plane again. Talking about timing. That's convenient. I suppose you can load the save flight. Alright, well, have you done this before, Leading Edge, with doing it your way? Yeah, that's a good question. We'll disable the headset for that. Load save flight. I've done select new aircraft and loaded it that way. I know when you, so does it come up with a pop-up or something and that's the way you do it? Or do you load the situation file? I'm having serious trouble getting my Oculus to play nice and X-Plane 11. Hey Mel, are you really? That's and how do you mean play nice? It's just where the crash happened, and with the last panel state. Okay, well we'll just do that then. So if we go new flight, TBM, start with engines running, and then click start flight. Alright, brace for impact. When I turn my head, the image flickers. Yes, Mole. So that's a problem between your, what do they call it? The time warp stuff. If you have the Oculus Tray tool, you can turn off the time warp. Or ASW, asymmetrical warping or something, I think it is. You can turn that off and that fixes it. I find having mine on auto using the Oculus Tray tool, which you run in conjunction to the Oculus software as well, fixes it. If you have the Oculus Tray tool, if you Google the Oculus Tray tool, it's a download that you download and you run it in conjunction with the Oculus software. So start the Oculus software first, and then you can run the Oculus Tray tool, and in there is some global options, but you can also set profiles for certain games. But I just have I have profiles set up for X-Plane, but I also have some global settings that I use sometimes if I want to globally update, like the resolution to like 1.3, 1.4 scale. I think I run my Oculus at 1.5 across the board scale. I might be able to. My Sim's just not allowing me to get to Chrome at the moment. Oh, it seems that your last flight wasn't completed. Would you like to position the aircraft where it was before and continue the flight? Well, yes, sir, I would. Mo, let me just get this running and I'll find you that link. Click yes. Damn, DJ Sean landed with a rate of 0 feet per minute. Woo, nailed it. Whoa. Oh, baby, come back to me. Perfect. Oh, shit. I'm gonna restart. It's restarting. Ignition auto. Shush. She's coming up, she's coming up. Easy, 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 easy. Come back off 30 seconds, come back. Come back. Come back. Oh no, we need to shut it down, Shut down, baby, shut down. Airspeed 124, we're slowly descending. Heading, let's do a slow descent here, just to keep things. Airspeed continuing to climb. Daz, you go away for like 20 seconds and look what the fuck happens. Okay, so the ITT is so we probably need to turn some stuff off here. Off, pressure mode on, turn you off. So we want to get as many things off the engine as possible here, right? Yeah, 115. Yes, we've got a bit of nose down, so we're descending and slowly accelerating here, so that's good. Our ITT is 89, so what do we got here? We've got alternate VPP on, that should stay on, ignition is auto, generator will put to standby, and we'll go ahead and start it now. We need to turn some things off, we're killing the battery here. That's in fire.
They bought that. They knew what they were getting into. I say, let them crash.
It's not firing up again. Is your battery off? No. It's on. This is fine. Just like an electric car. Lights off. Come on, Daz, you're in the power lever. The power lever's in the off position, the cut-off position, but we've got 10 on the NG. So we should be right to 5 start up now, shouldn't we? Have exited via the exhaust. You reckon? No, this thing's right to go. Are you think it's fucked? All I wanted to do was fly. I just wanted to do a nice little flight. I think it's fucked, boys. Oh, shit. Load your save flight, last resort. Okay. Do that, we'll load the save flight. turn off bleeds and air condition, try a restart. I have. They're off. I turned them off. Oh, good Lord in heaven. Okay. We've got there. YEVD. Oh, fuck, we better switch to VR to do this. Oh, shit. All I wanted to do was a nice little flight.
I've got to concentrate. I've got to concentrate. Hello? Echo.
Should have just stuck to the 737. Oh, I should have just stuck to the 737. Oh, I'm gonna make myself ill. We need to just switch you to VR. There we go. Yeah. So we got something under us, don't we? Just there. Alright, what do we got here? This is really weird. I can't grab any of my controls. What you doing, aeroplane? Wow, the airplane's actually locked out. I can't actually do it. I can't even move any controls or anything in it, actually. It's just a flying rig. What am I doing back here? I don't understand what's happening. Why? Oh my god. Everything's just locked in a state. I can't click anything. Like, oh, I can move the sun visor. That's the important thing. Can't move that switch. Can move those. Can move that. Can't move anything relating to power. Oh, I think we need to eject. We'll go down the back. I can't open the door. I can't open that door. We're trapped in the metal cocoon of emotion. Captain always goes down with the ship. All I wanted to do was go to Coffs Harbour. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to do anything else. No, I can't control it with my joystick or anything. I'm grabbing my stick now. I'm grabbing my knob. Fuck! We're in a splat spin! Oh, I'm glad I'm not in VR! Oh guys, it's been great! Brace for impact! Perfect. It's my smoothest landing yet. You lost me. I just wanted to do one flight to Coffs Harbour. That's all I wanted to do.
Maybe we ought to turn on the searchlights now.
No. It's just what they'll be expecting us to do.
Nailed it. Aircraft damaged beyond repair. Create a new airframe in the airframe manager. Yeah, I'll get it for you now. What did I say? It was Oculus tray tool. Oh god. There we go. Let's have a little bit of a better mic here to talk about it. The Oculus tray tool. I'm pretty sure that's the one here. What have we got here? We need to have words, DJ Sean. Is the landing gear aircraft damage beyond repair? Totally, aka it's totally fucked. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. So $350,000 it cost me for an engine. I feel like it's going to cost me a lot more now. Airframe manager. I don't know what to do. Stop and shut down the aircraft before changing airframes. Okay, I'll do that. Main menu, please. New flight. Turn you off. Swan Bay. I'll put us back in YBCG. Back on the Goldie. We're just gonna go back there and forget everything happened and just have another drink. That's true, Shem. Are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me to get my ass back to DCS? Well, I think DCS is Tuesday nights, isn't it? So tomorrow night is we'll be in the 7.3 somewhere, or the TBM. Oh god, this isn't looking good. Oh god. Stop and shut down the aircraft. Here we go. Create new airframe. Registration. So.
09er, you are cleared for takeoff.
Roger. Huh?
LA departure frequency 123.9er.
Huh?
Roger. Huh? Request vector. Over. What?
Huh?
Flight 209er, clear for vector 324.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger. What's our vector?
Alright, we're back.
Now
Okay. We're back. We have a brand new aeroplane. Start weather transfer. Yes, please. I'd like some weather in the sim. Oops. So this is what the aircraft looks like when you haven't crashed it. Just waiting for the weather to dial in. Here we go. Here it comes. What good Boeing or Airbus do you think I should buy? Alex, are you flying an X-plane or a prepared 3D? Alrighty, so let's go. You go up, you go on. Don't buy anything, Alex. Use the free Zibo 737. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's what I should be flying right now. Not Daz's box of unholy crap of trying to kill me. Leading edge, I normally configure aircraft up out of VR and then jump VR into VR for the last checklist and taxi. It's just a little bit easier to set up, and you guys get to see it a little bit easier and flight plans and all that sort of stuff if we do it that way. Your Zibo won't start. What happens when it...
Warning, okay.
Whoops, wrong button. What happens when you try and start it, buddy? You do. Park... Ow! Park brake. Okay. Are we in the Gold Coast? Yeah, we're back in the Gold Coast.
Pause. System
A
test.
thermal, yeah, that
Okay.
is. Turn it to off, is what I do. It says low oil pressure all the time. That's a bit odd. Low oil pressure. That's new to me. I have never had that problem in that plane. Okay, so back to flight plan. Oh look, here it is. Your engine is off. It is, buddy, yes. Oh, the Zibbo. What you talking about? So maybe we will just we'll just clear this one for now. So we'll go ahead here, delete flight plan. So we're starting from there. We're going to CG, backspace, enter. We want the VOR, enter, enter, and then we're going to load an airway. Look how good I'm doing with this. Load airway, and we want the whiskey something to somewhere, don't we? I can't remember what it is. Coolie to coughs is the whiskey 192 to coughs direct. 192, oops, down the bottom. 192 to coughs. Hey, there we go. And we know we're going to do an arrival into 2-1. So we might just go chuck that in now. So YCFS. Enter there. And then we go procedures. Select approach. We want the RNAV for CF and A. The minimums are Barrow, and it was 580. This is a lot easier on the ground. And then we want to go ahead and load. There we go. If we go to flight plan, done. Perhaps. Oh fuck, don't bust my balls, alright? The game blew up. What the fuck? All I wanted to do was go to Coffs Harbour, and then somehow I ended up in a flat spin spiraling to the ground. Okay, that's cool. We've done that part. Okay. So now we need to do a very quick payload. Get rid of the tires, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of the statics. We want to get 3 people on board again. Close you. Fuel, we want full fuel. Put the cap, close the cap. Full fuel. Close the cap. Alright, we'll close you and you. The chocks are off. Okay, we want to lock you, yep. I can neither confirm nor deny what I did on that. I take no blame for that, what happened in that event. I don't want to get on sell my ticket to someone else, please. We want 1018. 1018. Good thing I clipped it. Oh, fuck. Okay, so let's go do a checklist here. Manual overload control. Where's that, Daz? You're smart. Where's the manual overload control? Is that down here? No, that's a dump. Manual overload. I don't know where that switch is. We checked that one. So let's go to the next one. So check. Throttle is cut off, which it is. Check. Strobes on. Strobes are... Is that switch? Is that an on? No, that's on there. So strobes are on. The aux BP, we want to on. That's this guy. Red lever in the center pedestal and the manual is the manual override. Ah. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, Leading Edge. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Prepare area. Clear up. 1 second, please. Clear prop. I like that I did that. Shush aeroplane. And now it is start. So we got some time. We got timer here. Start you. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3. 13, 14, 1 click. Easy. Check you, check you. So we want so 20 seconds. Looks like it's a good start. So full flight idle. Prop RPM's coming up. Look out to your left. Hello? Are you coming in on approach? The ultimate 737-900, Alec? Sure am. Ah, we need to get to the runway and cause a go-around. Are we connected to VATSIM still? Oh, no, we're not. We need to connect to VATSIM again. There we go. Yeah, I don't use the 900, so I'm not really sure where it is. Hey! Azarath Roblox X11, thank you so much for the biddies, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now that we're online, we just need to go here and go show who's online. Bless me. Alright, so now that that's up, so we've done that. So check the starter is automatically off. It switches off and there's no starter there. So check. Source selected to battery. Yes. Generator to main. Yes. To auto. You go auto. You go on. Auto. Off. And on. Alex, are you downloading the full version suite, like 3.31, the full one, and then patching it? It sounds like you're not grabbing the full one. Thanks for the biddies again, buddy. I appreciate it. Generator selector, switch to main, we've done. Standby main, AP trims on, yes. Oxygen supply. How do we test the oxygen supply? That's a question that I'm not too sure of. I know that we can grab these things, but is there like an oxygen test button? Above you, yeah. Well, above me? Like way above me? Oxygen. Ah. I pressed it, it made a noise. That was pretty cool. Okay, if it makes a lot of noise, that means it's working. Awesome. Okay, so we can check that. The display backup button. Check then return. Display backup button. It's another one I couldn't find. Is that over here? If you use it, the oxygen levels will gradually drop as including the G1000, 1200, 4 nautical miles. The big red button. Ah. Thank you. So you click it once to go back up, click it once again to come back to main? Awesome. Man 03, thank you and welcome to the stream. Welcome. On the panel next to the G1000. Hey Mike, how are you, buddy? Oh, does it? Let me see. Oh yeah, it does too. Okay, copy. That's why you don't go above 8,000 in non-pressurized aircraft. Yeah. PFD is most important, absolutely. So back to the checklist, so that's tested. The bleed switch, so this is down here, so we want you on auto, air conditioning in auto, fan speed, we'll just have it on a little bit, cockpit cabin, that all looks pretty good. Have we got someone on short finals? Oh Jesus, do we what? What's he in? Landing gear. Put your landing gear down. Oh god, we're about to see another crash. Oh, he's got his gear down now. Touchdown. I think it is too, Mike. Nice landing. Welcome to the Gold Coast. I find I sit very far back in this aircraft. I feel like I've got to lean really far forward here to get to these things. Where you at? We're on the Gold Coast. Yankee Bravo Charlie Golf. He does, Mike. He does. So AC switch, yes. Press mode switch, auto. Press mode switch. Ah, yes. Auto, yeah. Check. Control selector as required tempo. So the hot air distributor checked. Yeah. Standby instruments, that's this guy just here. I imagine he looks like he's doing well. Shut up, Burnout. So LFE selection. LFE. I don't know what that is, but I remember we're going to set this around to 139. We'll set altitude of up to 19,000. 19 LFE landing field elevation. Where does that go in? Where does that go into? That's is that a knob here that we grab? Under ref, I believe, on the PFD. Is it? No. System? There it is. There we go. Set. Awesome. Thank you. Checked. Altimeter settings checked. Pitch roll yaw trim. So we need to adjust the elevator trim down here till it's in the takeoff position. So that all looks good there. De-icing panel. De-icing system panel. Oh, wow. Okay, I did not know that. Oh, you're flying the citation. Ah, nice. So, initial separator on that one. So those three coming on. As per DAS. DAS gets up me if I don't do that. Okay, so taxiing. Taxi light on. Passenger signs. Brakes checked. We can do... Yeah, that's all good. So, we're now to the before takeoff section. Alright, so I think we're good to jump into VR now and go for a bit of a taxi for the second time. So if we go back to return here. So the initial separator is on, yes. We want to zoom that in a little bit. Okay guys, well what we're going to do now is jump back into VR. So the stream's going to go black. My mic is going to change, and we're going to go and have another crack flying VR. Okay, so welcome back. Hopefully you guys can all see me in this lovely hangar next to this Cathay 74. But more importantly, we want to be back on the flight deck of this, whoops, no, not you, and VR, thank you. Get myself all organised. Alrighty, so where have we got here? So there is old mate, we don't want to hit him. So we want you on, nav lights on, you're all set, flaps to take off. Does that change the trim? No. Where's old mate going? Yeah, Mac 8, absolutely, punch it to it. He's backing up. That means we can go then, doesn't it? It did. It really did there, Burnout. She's shaking. Mach 0.7896, she would be. Oh, I think you damaged your winglet. I think you damaged your winglet. I'm liking these new rudder pedals. These new Thrustmaster rudder pedals, guys. I know they're a better part of almost $1,000, but they are so good. When I came from my Satec combat rudder pedals. These things are so good. $155,500 feet. Alec, these are the new Thrustmaster rudder pedals. The what are they? TPRs or something like that? Someone will be able to tell me what these things are. No, Dart. Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't, and yeah, they're. If I buy anything else, I think I'm about to I'll become single. Oh, nice, buddy. Yeah, not the basic Thrustmaster ones, the other ones. What are they called? I've got the book right here. The Thrustmaster TPR rudder pedals, the brand new ones. They look and feel the shiz. 140 feet per minute, you did, buddy. You beat my negative 42,768 before. Pendular rudders, there you go, yeah. What the hell? Disregard that message from me, guys, in regards to thrust axis setting. I don't know where that one's come from. Now we want to stop the clock there. Alrighty. Max 15. Nah, I think I might be right there, buddy. Oh, weather change. Alright, parking brake on. Okay, so back to the checklist. What do we got here? What are we up to? So parking brake is on, throttle is flight idle, is now flight idle, Check. Feather twice, okay. Nope, that's not what we wanted to do. So it looks like we did alright there. So it looks like the feathering system's working quite nicely. Flaps as required. De-icing system as required. We've got the pitot heats left and rights on, and the inverter, the inertial separator. Flight controls have been checked. Trims are set. The belts are on. Passenger table strobes on. That's on. All messages off except inertial separation or ignition. Just the inertial separator and the park brake gauges. Quantities, yes. We've got symmetry there. We do. Yeah, all that's looking good. Check. So the next one is going to be the climb. Okay. Let's get going. So clear on the approach. Yep. And clear left. Alrighty, let's go, guys. Alright, we're airborne for the second time going to Corsana. Gear up. When's the typical time that you put the because they crash the sim again? When do you normally put the flaps up when it's about 500 feet? Turn right there into those mountains, we'll just fly out runway heading a little bit, we're going to overturn. Miniwebs, hey, welcome to the stream, hi. 300 will tell. I don't fly them, I just build them. Fair enough, that's fair enough. Alright, so out we go. Alright, let's do a right hand turn now. So how did we do this last time? Flight plan, and then it was Tucker, menu, activate leg, direct to Tucker, nav. There we go, away we go, yeehaw! Ah, okay, copy. Copy Unity. Well, shit, we've got to do the checklist there, just make sure that we're doing everything. So climb, 124 is recommended, we'll do 150. Trim control is all looking good. Your damper is on. The lights off for the taxi. We can leave you guys on. And throttle adjust. Caution, instrumentation, controls. That's in operation. It's very touchy. In VR, you've only got to twist it an inch, not even like a mil, for it to switch. It's very very touchy. So I guess that's kind of warming up, is it? Because it there we go. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. A little bit ahead of us. It's that about 10 miles. So we want to keep pushing this torque up, yeah. Keep it just under 100, and as long as we don't go over 100 on the NG. Interesting to see if we can actually see the tile that so guys, if there is anyone new that is just joined the stream, welcome. Hi, I'm DJ Sean. This is the second attempt at this flight. We had an error message in X-Plane, which was quite vicious, around a dodgy tile, a dodgy ortho scenery tile that somehow has been corrupted along the way. So we've removed that tile now, and we're going to attempt to fly it again. Buddy, it worked. Awesome. There you go. So you'll typically find that Zimmo will do a large release like that, like 3.31, and then he'll do 3.1A, B, C, 3. So you normally want to get the first, the most recent large revision, and I always check them if they're about a gig download in the size, and the updates are about anywhere from like 3 meg through to 300. So just keep to that rule, and you should be okay. Down the coast, the weather in Coffs Harbour was pretty crap too. Unity, it was a few clouds at 600, visibility down to 3,700 meters, and a few other clouds and rain. So not a bad way to test the RNAV approach, even though I've got no idea how to do it. The nice thing about the Gold Coast is you get some variety of aircraft, you know. You're sitting there taxiing behind a 737 or something like that. Gee knows. Anyway, you can get to 30,232. No, that's not, I can't get that high. Give us delays, yeah, I guess. They'll be enjoying. It's like we're through most of the weather now. Can see it on the stream, but we are bobbing up and down here in the nose. Ever so slightly. turbulence or something else? Is it the trim? Delta has thunderstorm cancelled. I don't know what you mean there, buddy. Someone over the hole input a couple too many times. Oh, no way. You might have flight models per frame set too low. That's why it's bobbing up and down. Okay. Advanced, no. Settings. General. Yeah, it's on 2, the default there. Should it be on more? 3? Yeah, cool, okay. Still got this probably going on. Yeah, we get. Well, there's nothing on the weather radar, but obviously we're clear right now, so maybe just a bit of air. We'll see what it's like when we get into the cruise here. We're already a little bit off it now. So we're keeping that NG under 100 now, right? Oh yes, right. Just want to be careful here. Weather here. We are getting some real rocket here now. So estimated en route time 3 minutes before, no, was that 3 minutes before we went to descend? Let's see here. Sure not. So we need to fix up like a flight plan. So we need to So obviously I've got a bit of a gap here. I set from my phone, okay. Yeah, can't tell me how to show me linking up these approaches and all that, and the approach there does have a bit of a gap here between that and the start there. Is it smart enough to go there, or should I have a line there? Definitely some crap under us. That's for sure. So we go horizontal and vertical. Well, in lieu of anyone communicating any different, what we might do is go back to you and go flight plan. way it is. So we get down, I think it's at the sides too. Alright, so let's go back to back into 728 for them barbs. It was a little bit easier for a lot of people to stream it then, and they didn't have issues with what you did with getting disconnected if someone was stuttering if someone's on the internet and that sort of stuff. So I think it's a little bit better. I think it's a bit better for everyone. Jesus, so good. It's going to be some awesome tilting here, bobbing. We'll never work out what it is. If you're still there, can you give me the meta for Coffs Harbour, please? Exclamation mark meta space YCFS. I'm sure it's 1020. Meta, I see. there, Barbs. Oh, what are the weather for here? 160 at 10 knots. Visible showers, rain scattered at 2,000 Baroque at 2,900 overcast at 3,700 temperature rate. Okay. Oh, I might put some pulsing lights on. Careful with the icing. Yeah, it's looking pretty good there at the moment. Let's see, we're going to hit 1 degree outside. Oh, I heard a knock. Like a basic boom there. Is there something to be worried about? Someone's bag just fell out. Well, we're on descent now into the Gold Coast, which is good. The Gold Coast and the Coast Harbour. Some more crap out the right. Approach mode or something? Should sign out? Sure. Or we just leave it in nav? 18 minutes from Cough, so where you are just behind me. Chaser, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, nice. Awesome. question is now, do I need to put another approach mode? I don't think so.
I've got to concentrate. I've got to concentrate. Hello? Hello? Echo.
Turn to 200 degrees. Maybe if I could work out this next part, I think I need to be in approach mode here for some reason. I think Leroy said something about approach mode. CFSNF at 2,000 feet. 3.7 miles. GP/V. Yeah, pretty sure that we need to be on descent here. Okay, VNAV is off. Okay, so yes, we need to go down. And there's the airport just
Landing
there.
gear.
And let's put
Landing
the
gear.
gear down.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
We are
Landing
visual.
gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
So we'll be at
Landing
2,000
gear.
feet on
Landing
there.
gear. Landing gear.
Okay, so once we get there, then we'll know we need to hit approach mode, which will put the glass like in vertical mode. I think. Let's read up on that. So you coming on?
Attention, this is your captain. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is we'll be landing immediately. The bad news is we're
Stage
congratulations.
flaps. So we're going to be 2,000 there. We're about 2,300. We're a little bit high. So that's a little bit. Anyway, let's go. We're going to pilot out. And it's taking the yield down from that it has. Flight directors off. Full stage of flap. My aeroplane. hopefully he's looking... Oh yeah, there's the synthetic vision, there's the boxes we need to get ourselves into. How are you landing in this? Can you land it pretty smooth? I'm landing with obviously my controllers, but I haven't flown this airplane for a while, so God knows how we're going to go. First approach is left traction. Okay. Ah, he's leaving. He'll be out of the way in time. Coming in slower than the 7.3. No, he's airborne. Okay. Yeah, copy, buddy. No worries. Well, what a nice thing to say as we're crossing the fence.
No, I know. I was lost.
10 knots really, you really need to correct me.
Minimum.
Continue.
Maybe we ought to turn off the searchlights now. No. It's just what we expecting.
That's true. Pedals. Oh shit. I need to get my visual, because I can't look down at my feet. I kind of lost where my rudder pedals were. Oh shit. Bit of left and then right. Yeah, we're under 7 ton. Oh dear, up, you guys go up. Transponder, standby. Oh, we need to hold up here because we're going to fuck this up. We're going to go float in the grass if we don't do this properly.
Hey, that's pretty good.
The weather, does it go automatically into standby? Oh, it does. That's really nice. Awesome. Shush. Taxi, strobe, pulses off. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. What do we touch down at? Minus 119. You can't complain about that. We've got a small taxi ahead of us, don't we? Back over to GA over here somewhere. So is there a checklist here that we've done all that before landing? And what's that one? That's the after landing. Airframe, de-icing off. Just get going here a little bit. That's off, that's off, that's off. Windshield. Oh, we can turn those off, can we? Off. Yes, that's fine. Is this meant to be completed after we shut down, or no? Radar, stem, transponder, flaps, lights, trims. What's that done? That one's shut down, okay. Back to return. If we zoom you in, do we get a ground chart? Yeah, we do. Awesome. Don't need you anymore, buddy. We might go down the end of the RPT section here, what do you reckon? Or you reckon we go down here to the left somewhere? Oh, we got old mate just here. Uh-oh. Well, you're not going to worry about us, buddy? Alright, we'll just pull up here then. Alrighty, so we want you off, open you, off. Leave you on for now. Checklist, packs, park brake, fluid switch off, AC switch off, throttle, flight idle for 2 minutes. That's flight idle. No, not that one. That's flight idle for 2 minutes. Flight idle? High idle or flight idle? Flight idle for 2 minutes. Okay, taxi light is off. AP trim switch is off. Throttle cut off after 2 minutes. Inertial separation. Separator is closed. So it's... Oh, where do you guys all go? Are you guys back there? Alright, let's go shut that guy down. Okay, throttle shut down, off. Off. RFP fuel switch off. Check. Oxygen switch, shush. Hey Revelations, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Park brake. Someone when wheel shocks are in, parking brake, okay. And that's done. That's the last checklist done. Alright, so off. And shutting down. Yeah, enjoying the pedals, buddy. I'm keen to to see what they're like in the 7.3. What have we got here? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Didn't even know that happened. Alrighty, let's do a bit of a check. Where we gotta go? We gotta go over here, don't we? Oh, if I set up like this, can I get... There we go, we got one on there. Oh, I'm over here. Oh, shit. We want one. That one there. Yeah, they do take a little bit of getting used to. They are a little bit. Get in here if we just check. I'm a little. Oh. Okay. We'll close you. Can we get the covers on you? Probably can't because you're too hot. Go over this side. What do we got here? We got one. No, you're over here. What is it? This one? That one there. That one there. Oh shit! What was that? That was my desk. I just tapped it with the side of my head. We need a static port. Where are you? You're over here. Where am I putting you on? You are up the back. You were down the side here, I thought. Are you just there? Oh, I thought you were on that side. Maybe you're on the side. Press to close. Oh. They've got static ports here on the side that I've got to pull off, don't they? Ah, there we go. There she is. The other side is done. It was being covered up by the V. There we go. I think that's all the covers on it. Yep. Oh, there's a wall there. I can't. How do I make VR work? Done. Around the front here. Oh, good. Excuse me. There's a green screen. There we go. And done. Yeah, static port, do not paint over, and look what they've done. Alright guys, that's this little flight. Let me jump out of VR here as what? Oh, there's a wall there. I was going to get out of VR before I injure myself. There we go. That's our fault. So now we want to go fly with lure, and we want to turn that guy off. There we go, and we got one coming in on finals here. Oh wow. Yes, yes you are on finals. That's a nice nose down attitude. Let's go back to our good mic here. There we go, that's a bit better. It's Ben's fault. That's it looks like you're, I don't know, leading edge sims. I don't know if you guys can do anything about it, but that's an interesting landing. It looks like I'm standing a bit high in VR around the aircraft when you're going through the different VR grab points, sitting on your chair. It looks like you're a bit high, like you're sitting over and looking down on the engine cowling, where you wouldn't be able to do that in a real aircraft. You're not that high. Like, look at this guy. He's not high enough to do that. I feel like I'm a little bit high in those VR points. Maybe just a little bit. The wing one, I feel like I'm alright, but I feel like I'm way too high on that near that door here and near the static port. Like I'm up here. Okay, well, it only took 2 airframes and like, you know, $3 or $4 million, but we're here in Coffs Harbour now. It's a nice looking aircraft. We probably want to put the chocks on it. And we probably want to put those guys on it. The ties and caps will set when the engine has cooled. Okay. Yep, and we put everything on it. There you go. It's a nice looking aeroplane. Barbs, we can fly this one dual co-pilot too as well, smart co-pilot, which is really cool. Should you want to do that, of course. What do we got here? So yeah, this is another one that we could do smart co-pilot in, which is kind of cool. Yes, you do. It's very much worth it, but it's one of the best and most in-depth simulations. This guy here. What do we got here? right. Well, I think that's probably it for streaming for a little while, guys. I need to go off and do some things. I hope you've really enjoyed it. We are back tomorrow for normal operations. So tomorrow, so every Monday and Tuesday and Thursday nights, my time is streaming nights, and then weekends when we can. So tomorrow night is X-Plane 11 night. We're back in it doing the Milk Run Monday. Depending on what everyone's doing, we might be in the TBM 900 doing it, or we might be back in the 7.3 trying out the new pedals and seeing how we go. Maybe Barbs and I can do a Milk Run together. But Tuesday nights is DCS night, so we'll be in DCS, and Thursdays is random game night. But at the moment, I'm looking like it's probably going to be Armour 3, and we might do some King of the Hill. So that's it from me today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I will see you all again really soon. Bye for now.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.